in rent and an additional $35,000 in utilities and fiber optics. 100% of the $60,000 and 100% of the fiber optics will go back to the operating budget. What is awash is obviously the utilities, lights, and whatnot. But 100% of the rent and 100% of the fiber optics that we run up here will go back directly to the operating budget to pay for a teacher or paraprofessional. I also have to comment on, I'm reluctant to go back through my whole dissertation on this, but I'm leaning in that direction. You said the space is sufficient here. We have had substantive conversations for years on this, substantive conversations, and the space is insufficient here. And the township has been as gracious as they can. They have given us what space they have available. We have rented what space they have available to rent. It is insufficient. We have supervisors in converted bathrooms with urinals. We have tech supervisors, and I can't even say the word converted garages, just in garages. So if it were sufficient, we would stay here. It has become insufficient. Unfortunately, the Special Services building in October, November got to a point where it was no longer inhabitable. So we had to move 5 additional people in here. There was no space. What we did is they converted the conference room here into office space, fine. You know, you do what you have to, you pinch pennies. It's less about the rent, it's more about we need more sufficient professional space. If those that were here during the budget presentation, our enrollment has grown considerably. With that, so has staffing supervisors and, unfortunately, administrators. When we moved from the borough, in the borough we were paying 0 rent, but rent irrespective, even if the dollar figure were 0 here, it's still insufficient space. We can take that money, put it back into the operating budget. The plan is to create one combined office space for both the central office, some of our text posts, the registrar that we've had to put down there. But we can use it, to pay for that we're going to use capital reserve funds. Capital reserve funds cannot be used to fund any operating budget. They cannot be used to fund special education, general education, teachers, no curricular needs. Capital expense can only be used for capital improvements. Conversely, the money that we put back in the operating budget can be used to hire teachers, special education programs, curricular programs. So we are not increasing taxes, and I have to go back to the referendum and the survey question because it's misleading. When we put out the referendum and we put out subsequent survey questions, they were very specific to what would the residents vote to increase taxes for. There was no questions put out there for what would you vote for if it was no increase in taxes. So to say the public spoke loud and clear, it was you spoke loud and clear on what you did not want an increase in taxes for. So when we put out the most recent referendum, only things that received 50% approval rate and above were put on that referendum, and then it passed with flying colors. So again, it's a combination of things: the insufficient space, the fact that the Special Services building, the capital reserve, being able to take advantage of some state grant money, that we believe that this is the best use of the capital funds that we have available to us without increasing taxes. So, I mean, I have a much longer spiel. You can read the February 6th minutes if you want to get the whole version of it, but